Welcome back, everyone. While concerts are year-round, there's something about listening to live music in the summer, especially, I would just say at Red Rocks, that is really nice.
Yeah, whether it's indoors, outside, I know maybe you have a lot of room, maybe you're squished together, there's all varieties. There are a lot of elements that go into enjoying a concert and making sure it's enjoyable for everybody around you as well. Joining us live over Zoom to give us some expert tips is our Thomas Farley, Mr. Manners. We're so glad that you're here. Oh, and he just happens to be at a concert. Just kidding.
Go figure.
All right, so let's start with the big one. I'm hoping this is a plus, singing along, right? Like, that's good for everybody involved, right?
Well, I got to say, Alex, singing along to a point. Are you singing so loud that everyone in your vicinity can't actually hear the person on stage? So we love a good sing along. We love everybody getting into the spirit of the event. But when I can hear the person behind me better than the person on stage, that's problematic. So, Cyndi Lauper did a documentary a couple of years ago called Let the Canaries Sing. And that's how I feel when I see someone on stage who I've paid to see and I'm actually hearing the person behind me. So sing, yes, but not so loud that nobody can hear the person on stage.
Let's go from sing to stand, which is a little trickier, because I feel like that has to do with the ebb and flow of a specific show. But I've actually been yelled at for standing up at a Springsteen concert by someone who was sitting behind me at the opening song. So when do we sit? When do we stand?
Yeah, so Phil, I think you really hit the nail in the head there. It really does depend on what kind of a concert. Obviously, if this is a classical performance or an opera that you happen to be seeing, you're going to be seated the entire time, except perhaps for a standing ovation at the end. On the other hand, if you're seeing your favorite 80s band and it's dance music that's playing or the entire stadium is getting into it, getting up on your feet is all part of the fun. But if you find that consistently throughout the concert, you are the only one in your section standing up, especially during the slow ballads, then you really want to think about sitting down so the other people behind you can see that, they've paid for their seats. They should be able to see the stage just as well as you can from your vantage point.
Let me ask you about phones, because you have those moments in concerts where everybody lights it up and it's like this beautiful moment, but like constantly having your phone out, recording every little thing. Is there some etiquette around like when's a proper time to do that, or is it just a free for all?
Alex, I think on a variety of levels. First of all, I really feel bad for someone who feels they need to film the entire concert so that you're not actually looking at the concert through your own eyes, but you're actually looking at it through the screen that you're holding in front of your face. I think that's truly unfortunate. But another factor there is you're distracting the people around you. So yes, you're absolutely right. It may be the performer says, everybody turn your phones on or turn your flashlights on. It's the equivalent of holding up a lighter that we no longer do, of course, in any kind of a concert venue. But it's a wonderful effect. If you want to grab just a quick little clip for your Instagram or for your social media feed, I think that's great. But where you're filming song after song after song, that's really unfortunate. You may want a memory, but don't make your only memory of it be what you filmed rather than what you saw and heard with your own eyes and ears.
This is tricky. How about vaping, or you'll see weed being smoked at concerts, or alcohol? Like when it starts to bother you, what if you're sitting with kids? Like how do you integrate that?
Yeah, this is tricky. And of course, we're talking about Colorado here. So the rules are different than they are in other states around the country. But I think it's really critical. You do not, as somebody who is sitting next to someone who's smoking, vaping, using any sort of substance, let alone alcohol, where they're perhaps acting aggressively as a result of the alcohol, which of course is legally sold in the venue. If your smoke is affecting someone else, if you're indoors, you really shouldn't be smoking at all. So I say better off pre-game or post-game, save the substances, whatever they may be, save those for after the concert and allow yourself to be in the moment. You're going to be saving yourself and more importantly, the people around you.
All right, good stuff to know, Mr. Manners. Thank you for taking time out of your concert to talk to us today.
Anytime. Yes. Now back to the performer.